questions, but I want MZ, some of the great folks from KSCO and their other great station, come up here and speak 15, 20 minutes, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to break down their system of control, and I'm going to reach out to all those compartmentalized people, and I am going to get into part 2, the globalist master plan of what's going to happen to this world if we don't have a gut check and realize we're all info warriors on the front line to bring these tyrants down. It is us. You know, there are great truths. There are great truths to this world and this universe. And the globalists have taken all the sacred symbols that are so dear to humanity and they've co-opted them for their own control. If you use a symbol of the sun, they say it's occultic. And it's not occultic. The globalists have taken that symbol. Today I pulled over on the side of the road with these big trees, and there were all these little acorns that had beautiful designs on them, just genetic beauty. And I saw the symbol of the star. That's not an evil symbol. That's a symbol the globalists have taken as their emblem of war and empire. And we see all of this masterful handiwork. You know, the evidence of the Creator is in the firmament. It's in the stars. It's in everything around us. And when you tune into the fact of just how special this life is, just how beautiful it is, whether it's a sunny day or a rainy day, to look at that ocean buoys and empowers my heart and my very being. There's something so beautiful about an old woman or an old man and their dignity and their humanity. There's something so beautiful about the innocence of a child. There's something so good about life and just wholesomeness and everything we can do together. We have been taught corruption. We have been taught to hate each other. We've been taught to be weak. We've been taught to live in this system. But there's something so much better. And that doesn't mean we're going towards some utopia or some heaven or some Valhalla here while we're alive. But the issue is, by realizing the good versus the bad, we can make that decision and move in the direction that we choose to put our soul in eternity for. We make that decision of literal energy. Which side of the fence are you on? I am on the side of life. I am on the side of liberty. I am on the side of exploration. I am on the side of discovery. I am on the side of courage. And I'm not worried about how this ends, because this is all just one piece in a larger play, a larger passion play. What matters is, while you inhabit this body, this earth suit, that you make the right decision. The Creator is watching. All of our ancestors are watching. Everything good and decent is on our side. And the moment we realize that is the second that tyranny falls. The globalists are scared. They can feel your strength. They can feel your honor. They can feel down into the bones of the earth the unstoppable force that is this species. And to the control freaks that think they will destroy this species and have the future for themselves, we tell you, not without a fight. We've got some great speakers coming up. I'm going to take a break and wring out my shirt. We're going to be back in 20 minutes.
For gosh sakes, Alex, you don't have to hold anything back. Okay, I want to recognize, I was recognized and given kudos to for bringing Alex Jones to the broadcast radio waves here. I want to recognize someone who's done way more than that, who's in this. I don't know where he is, but that's Ted Anderson, the owner of GCN Radio Network. Where's Ted? Hey, Ted, come on up. Come on up and say hello. So I brought Alex to 2 radio stations. Ted's brought Alex to 50 or 100 radio stations. Hey, Ted.
Hey, thanks for having me up here, and I really appreciate everybody coming. And the love and the power of this room and the whole audience that supports Alex. My heart, my thanks, everything. You've done so much for us, and I just can't say enough for him. We had to put it together. If MZ hadn't stepped up to the plate, you wouldn't have this. Alex rarely puts on a speech at an occasion like this. You have him due to MZ's efforts, getting everything put together. And of course, everybody at the network, the production staff, everyone who puts in their full-time effort to make Alex Jones available for you. His own production staff, Aaron Dykes, up here doing the video footage.
Hey, Aaron!
It seems like it's always a battle. I know that we had our website taken down here just on Thursday, and my engineering staff was up 24 hours, almost 48 hours putting that back together so people could see the production and hear the production of Alex Jones. So it's a battle, and it's great to have him here, and it's great to have all of you here as well. I'll turn the mic back over to Mike.
Okay, want to let you know that in the next room, the Bayview room, there's a whole bunch of good stuff for sale. You know, including, well, we don't have too many Alex Jones Storms the Grove event t-shirts. I mean, they almost sold out even before the show started. But I do think we have a few. If you want to leave your email address, if you're interested in getting them, I think they're $20, I think, or something like that. But you were there. I was here at the Alex Jones Storms the Grove event in Santa Cruz, California at the Coconut Grove. So, so there's some T-shirts, and if you run out, we will have some more tomorrow. And if you send an email to mz@ksco.com in case it's sold out and you want to get one, we'll arrange for you to get one in the mail or something. Let's see. I think we can either just let you have a break, or we could put on some of the KSCO talent that we have here. What do you think? You want to do that? Who should we start with? Corey? Dr. Corey Gold. Yeah, get up here, Dr. Corey Gold. It's not as if you're unaccustomed to public speaking. You know, I'm unaccustomed to public speaking. I'm on the radio a lot, but public speaking is different. This guy speaks in public a lot. Dr. Corey Gold. Whatever you talk about, whatever you want.
We were just giving some tips to Alex a few minutes ago. We said if you got over your shyness, you'd be pretty good. Just be a little bit more emotional and show us your true heart, because you're a little reserved. So he's going to come back out, and he's going to do a little bit more than that. It's fun to be on KSCO as the local talk show host in the afternoon, because they play Alex Jones in the morning. And I'm the first guy locally that people can call. So he gets them riled up all morning, and I'm the first local guy they call. And I get to listen to Alex every morning. And it's a lot of fun, because I get to hear you guys all speak your mind. And I got to tell you, and Alex will be the first one to tell you, that I've changed my point of view a whole lot since you've all called my show. And Glenn Fisher, whoever Glenn Fisher is. Where's Glenn? Glenn was nice enough today to say I'm awake, so I guess that's a compliment in this room here today.
I think Glenn is in the can.
Glenn's in the can. So anyway, it's a lot of fun out here, and if you're listening, if you live in this community out here, and you've never listened to KSCO, and you've never listened to AM 1080, you got to give it a chance. It is the most eclectic, crazy, oddball radio show in the station in the world, where it's George Norrie, Dr. Stan Monteith, myself, Alex Jones, all coexist and have the most wonderful time, and not one single caller is ever filtered out, and not one single caller is ever censored. Any idea is allowed to be here live. And I got to tell you, we are the Alex Jones station out here. We're proud of it. And I have a lot of fun with you, and I'm telling you, you're teaching me a lot. And my wife is scared to death by me now. Because what's happened to you in the last 2 years since you've been on KSCO? You used to be a normal guy. And I said, no, that's all done. I'm done. I'm ruined now. I'm now an Alex Jones fan. So thanks for Alex Jones for ruining me. I used to have a good marriage, and now I'm just me. But I am awake. Thank you, Glenn. Thank you all, and thanks to MZ for bringing him out here. It was very courageous. We gotta tell you, Santa Cruz did not love these decisions to put Alex Jones on, to put me on, and other people on. We challenge what people think. We challenge that what you hear in the real world is the way it really is. We put on alternative points of view, and we say, why do you believe what you believe? And usually the answer is because somebody told them that's the way it was. So I say, why don't you start listening to other people? And I think we're doing a service for this community because there's nobody else in this entire community who's challenging people to think outside the way traditional controlled media is asking them to think. So please call into the show. If you want this area to change and you want more people to become awake, call in to KSCO during the day. Let your voices be heard. If all they hear are the other folk, they'll think that's the only way people think. And if you want them to know there's other ways for people to believe and there's other voices to be heard, you have to be one of those voices. Alex yelled at 800 of us today, so now it's your turn next week to call KSCO and yell at the other ones because they're not awake yet. They don't know any of this stuff. They've never heard of Alex Jones. They don't know what InfoWarriors is. I know you think everybody knows. Most people don't know. When I asked people on the radio station the first week he went on, I polled people for one full week, what do you think of Alex Jones? And most people had never heard of him. So we're not doing our job very well yet. If you believe that Alex Jones' message is the right message, and if you believe that what he's saying needs to be heard, then you need to tell other people about it, and you need to call into KSCO and tell people that you agree with what he's saying. So he's not the crazy nuts, sweating on stage here, but he's the one who has a lot of people who also agree with him. Anyway, you came here to listen to Alex Jones. I think we filled in. I think somebody needs to give him a voice, a mint there.
Yeah. Alex Jones, I'm going to start calling him a ventriloquist because ventriloquists are good at throwing their voice. Alex threw his voice out into the audience. Yeah. I've never seen anything like it.
I thought my daughter could yell for the longest period of time. She's 14 years old, and she can yell for a long period of time, but I think Alex Jones has totally eclipsed her.
Whoa.
And that's hard to do.
Thanks, Corey Gold. Weekdays, 12 noon to 2 p.m. on your favorite radio station. Or soon-to-be favorite radio station. All right, Dr. Future's here. Dr. Future, come on up and say a few words. Pharmacist Ben Fuchs is here somewhere. He was last sighted in the Bayview room. So I'd like Pharmacist Ben to come forward and say a few words here on the lectern. But in the meantime, the man himself, whose real name is Alan Lundell.
It's all right.
Okay.
It's all right.
Al Lundell, my good friend, and Mrs. Future's son Lundell are here, and Al's show, the Dr. Future program, airs on KSCO Tuesdays from 2 to 4. So here's Dr. Future. Yeah. Say hello.
Hey, gang. Right. Listen, some of the things that Alex said really resonated with me too, especially with regard to our ability to create a true renaissance today. I think our community is really leaders in being able to create our own fuel, create our own food, decentralized economy, being able to think for ourselves. We're really setting an example for the entire planet here. And it's a privilege to be part of this community with you guys. So what we do on the Dr. Future Show is we look at, once the globalists and that whole thing is torn down, what do we do then? We're still alive. We got to build something. And that's where we build, and that's why we have the pioneers and why we have the people that can create new infrastructure. A lot of us are pioneers that have no new territory to explore. We're one of the first generations where we just can't go out in wagon trains. So what do? We create new infrastructure, new ways of thinking about economies, new government structures, new ways of using the net as part of that infrastructure, things like that. So we started the World Tesla Society about 2 weeks ago with Tom Quinn, one of the other hosts on KSCO, and there we're harnessing the power of the group mind, of our community, for looking at ideas and developing ideas along the lines of energy and food and economics so that we can create the society we want to live in. And so that's what we do on the Dr. Future Show and the WorldTeslaSociety.com, which we